time for a 13-week update. 13 weeks, it's kind of a lot. Maybe that means second trimester. I don't know. I keep seeing it different ways everywhere I look. It's 12 weeks or it's 13 weeks or it's 14 weeks. But anyway, I'm just hoping that I start to feel better and better. Whether the trimester change does that for me or not, I'm hoping that some vitamins that I'm taking or starting to take will help. I got my lab reports back from my midwife, and I was really, 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 really low on vitamin D. I did not expect that. I mean, it's typical for my area of the country to not have enough vitamin D, but I thought that I was taking care of that in my diet and vitamins and stuff, but apparently not. It was really low. So I picked some up at the store today, and I'm going to work on that. Hopefully I'll be feeling better and better because of that. I also have some other stuff that I need to be getting, some of which I have, some I don't yet. I'm going to do iodine probably just on my skin to absorb it that way, because my TSH was a little bit low and my mom has hypothyroidism. I don't think that I have that yet, but it does run in my family, and I had a little bit of signs of it, and so we'll see. We'll see if we can fix it with just, you know, these vitamins and some diet changes and stuff like that. I've been a little nauseous and a little busy to be eating really well, so that probably has something to do with it too. I eat pretty good, but there's definitely some areas that it could be better, especially when I don't have that much of an appetite. It's like you just kind of get in what you can and call it good. So working on those things. Hopefully there will be improvement day by day over the next few weeks, and we'll see. I think that I may have felt the baby move a couple of times. With my first pregnancy, I felt her at 13 and a half weeks. I was at a job where I did a lot of just like sitting and waiting a whole lot, and had, you know, there was times I had nothing to do but just sit there and feel for the baby to move, and I did at 13 and a half weeks. I'm also extremely sensitive. I've always felt my baby's implant. I felt ovulation a couple of times. So I tend to feel things more than a lot of people do anyway, and a lot of people I think didn't believe me that I felt her that earlier, especially on my first pregnancy, but just over the weeks that same feeling kept getting stronger and stronger and stronger, and yeah, that's what it was. My second, maybe I was busier. Of course I was busier. I also had these like little phantom twitches in my stomach ever since I had my first, that they're just like little muscle twitches and stuff, but it felt exactly like a baby moving, so it made it really hard to tell what was real and what wasn't, and so I didn't really know for sure that I felt him until I felt him do like a flip at 14 weeks, and I was like, okay, now that one definitely was the baby. And then my second son, I felt him around 12 and a half weeks. So 12 weeks, 2 days, I felt a little flutter that was deeper down in me than just like a little stomach muscle spasm thingy. It felt like it was a flutter in my uterus, a little thump even, and little one, but I think that may be what it was. And then and it was, you know, after eating too, when your blood sugar levels go up and when you usually feel a baby kick, so it kind of fit. The next day, felt it again twice during dinner, and then once since then. So I think that might be what it is. Haven't felt it lately, the last couple of days, but I've been really busy. I've had a very hectic couple of days, so we'll see. We'll see if it keeps getting stronger and stronger, and if I can say for sure, yeah, that's what that was. Let's see, what else was there? I've mentioned that I found the heartbeat on the Doppler a couple times. It's been a while since I've done that. I did that at 11 weeks and at 12 weeks, so I guess it's been a week, but it feels like it's been a long time. So... Why? Hey, buddy. Go put that away. Go help sister. Okay, so let's see, what else is there? Breast tenderness is not any different really, not really worse. Still hurts kind of sometimes, but not that bad. Could be a lot worse. let's see, other symptoms. I've kind of got the nausea thing going on a little bit. Oh, found out the hard way. Cod liver oil, which is an excellent source of like vitamin D and omega-3s, and it's a really, really good thing to be taking. Well, that expires, like not just like expires like ibuprofen expires and it doesn't really matter that much. It expires like it turns and goes bad and makes you sick kind of expires. I didn't realize that. So when I found out that my vitamin D levels were low, and just because like I knew that I was starting to kind of feel deficient in things, started getting more faithful about taking my cod liver oil. Well, it's kind of an old bottle. I've had it around in the cabinet for a long time, and I would take it knowing that I should, and then I didn't feel so good. And finally yesterday I took it with my lunch, and then I lost my whole lunch. Like, it was the worst little throw up session I think I have ever had. Like, my throat is still sore from it. It was horrible. So I talked to my midwife about that, saying, you know, like, this is something that I think that my body needs. Why is my body rejecting it? And she's like, well, how old is it? And it could be expired, or it could be this, or it could be that. I'm like, wait, no, it's old. And she's like, oh yeah, that's it then. So I threw that bottle away. I'm gonna get a new one. For now, I'm going to work on the vitamin D and slowly start taking more and more vitamins, because swallowing pills and putting the extra stuff in my stomach has not been going too awesome, but I think it was just the cod liver oil being old that was the problem. But nonetheless, especially so that I can keep track of what is affecting me what way and what is actually making things better, I'm going to introduce things one at a time and hopefully get on all the vitamins and supplements that I should be on, that will help me to do better and better and just feel good. I mean, I wasn't like totally wacky crazy, didn't have enough of anything, but really low vitamin D, kind of low TSH, and there were some other things that my midwife said I really should be taking more of. I seem to need a little bit more vitamin C, and I think there was vitamin A. She suggested magnesium. Some of the stuff was just to help me absorb the things better that I am deficient in, like the vitamin D. So, I got a whole list of stuff that I'm going to start adding, and I may change my prenatal vitamin too. It's the same prenatal vitamin that I've been on for 6.5 years since I got pregnant with my first, and it's served me pretty well. I've done pretty well. I mean, nurturing, growing, and then breastfeeding 3 kids and still being healthy myself. So it's been good, but who knows, maybe it could be much, much better. I have at some points taken another vitamin when I ran out of this one, and I totally felt the difference. I felt horrible. So who knows, maybe I could feel even better than this. So I am thinking about trying out a new vitamin, food-based one. So we'll see. That I'll probably get some of those things next week and see how it goes. So yeah, lots of different things that I'm trying. Really busy lately. Feeling pretty okay though. Belly's growing, slower than it was at first, but still growing. And we're 13 weeks now, so I'll show the belly. So, yep. Still growing, just not as rapidly. If it grew as rapidly as it did at the beginning, I would take up an entire vehicle by the time I'm actually 9 months, so it had to slow down sometime. But yeah, there it is. So that will be all for now until next week. Happy 13 weeks!